Right, okay, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I've got a transfer roundup. It's the 3rd of January, this is the second one of the window so far. We've got another load of stories. We've got about Gallagher, Maatsen, Lewis Hall, Santos returning from loan, Gilchrist, Sturge returning from loan, Matos going out on loan. Talking about a potential signing at left back, potential attacking signing, and David Odogu as well. So plenty of stories to get through. Just like I did yesterday, there'll be timestamps and the sources in the description so you can see when or who's put it out or when to jump to the video if you want to just see a specific story. But it's lots to talk about. Let's get into it. So we'll start off with Conor Gallagher then. This story comes from Rahman Osman, who's obviously we talked about him yesterday. He clearly seems to be close to the situation because he's posted quite a lot about it. And he's put out today that Conor Gallagher is staying at Chelsea in January. Massive news. Obviously, we learned yesterday that Pochettino wants him to stay. Pochettino thinks he's massive, and this is great news to hear. On top of that, from that point onwards, he should have been guaranteed to staying, and thank God he is. Hopefully, he can get the contract over the line at some point. The news still is that there's no advancement with the contract yet. So they're still stuck, but at least he is staying this January instead of going out. Next up, Ian Maatsen. The first story about Ian Maatsen comes from Matt Law. He said Dortmund are optimistic about signing Ian Maatsen from Chelsea, even though the clubs are yet to settle a permanent loan agreement. So this is very interesting, the situation they're both coming from here, because Chelsea rather want a loan with obligation to buy or a straight buy, while Dortmund just want to loan him from first. So they're both sort of coming at different angles. But I think there has been rumours that Dortmund can buy him up front. It's a bit mixed right now. It's not clear where this one's going to go. I do think it will happen. I think Dortmund want him enough. I think we want to get rid of him to obviously make a bit of pure profit. So I do think this will happen. I'm just not sure in which way. Steinberg also came out and said negotiations between Dortmund and Chelsea for Ian Maatsen are not at an advanced stage. Well, I think we sort of knew. Yeah, interesting on this. Do I want Ian Maatsen to go? I'm not too sure because he's not playing that much. We do need to sell to buy. So I'm split on whether I want. I like Maatsen as a player, but he's not playing. We need to sell to buy. I see the benefits to getting rid of Maatsen, even though I do like him as a player. It's a bit of a tricky one that, but yeah, I mean, it looks like that's what's going to happen. So I do think Dortmund will get him, and it'll be interesting to see how he does Dortmund. But yeah, it's what I wanted to follow through, and this looks like this could be one of the main stories of the window for us, at least for the coming weeks. Next up, Lewis Hall. We talked about him in the loan update video on the 1st of January. We've got a bit of an update. So obviously, last few months or weeks, it's been up in the air whether he actually will sign permanently, or they will get the obligation to buy will be activated, I guess. So obviously, you don't know. At the start of the season, Newcastle signed him on a loan with an obligation to buy with £28 million of leading up to £35 million, including add-ons. Then a few months ago, it came out that there's clauses what has to be reached for this obligation to buy to actually happen. And McGrath has came out today and he said that Lewis Hall will stay at Newcastle and the terms are expected to be met for Chelsea to receive the £28 million obligation to buy at the end of the season. So I think we need this. It just clears it up massively what's going to happen. Because before this, it was up in the air. It's a bit of a grey area. We didn't know what was actually happening with Lewis Hall, especially when he's just been sat on the bench the whole time. So it's good that we've got this. We've got confirmation. Well, not confirmation, but we sort of know what's happening with Lewis Hall now. Andre Santos, then. This is the big one so far. Chelsea FC, as we confirmed earlier on today, that Andre Santos has been recalled from his loan at Nottingham Forest. Obviously, we knew this was going to happen. He's played one game so far this season. It's been dreadful for us. Apparently, we were expecting Forest to sell a few players to make room for him, but they haven't done that. So it's completely on Forest. There's our Kinsella after this, but apparently Crystal Palace are interested in signing him. The things I wonder with Crystal Palace though is, where's Chelsea's relationship with Crystal Palace? I mean, we all saw in the summer the Michael Olise move break down, and Palace accused Chelsea of big allegations of tapping up, And then on the back of that, we also saw the Lewis Hall to Crystal Palace loan move break down. So, I mean, if Crystal Palace could be interested in Andrew Santos, but Chelsea wouldn't sell to Palace, is there a relationship there for that move to go through? Fabrizio Romano came out and said the club is looking for a solution for him. He needs to play regularly. So that tells us that the club's main goal is him to play regularly, and that tells me that he probably will go out on loan. He probably won't stay there. So we did talk about him staying there. So yeah, I think it could be kind of useful, but if they're looking for him to play regularly, he's not going to stay here. He's going to go out on loan. Probably right cool. And HRCC Sport came out and said Chelsea could send Andre Santos to the Championship with Sunderland, West Brom and Hull City among the possible destinations. So I mean, Hull City, we've had a decent relationship. We sent a few players out on loan there last season. Sunderland, we got Mason Burst out on loan right there. And West Brom, we have had links in the past, but I don't think under Todd Bowley. A move to Championship for Andre Santos. I mean, it could be a good move regardless. It's a decent level. I think just anywhere where we can be guaranteed him playing regularly, it's not bad at all. Next up, Alfie Gilchrist. The story comes from Nizaar Kinsella. He said Gilchrist is attracting interest from clubs, but he's not yet available for loan. So very interesting that, off the back of about combined 10-15 minutes on the pitch, Gilchrist is getting interest. I want us to keep Gilchrist. I think the best thing for him right now, is play the rest of the season with appearance with us off the bench and in the youth team. He's currently captain of one of the youth teams. I think just keep it that way. Then we'll look in the summer from there where to go. I think right now we've still got players like Fafana out injured, Chaleb out injured. I think Badiashil's had problems. I still think we need our figure. I think just that extra centre back in that team who can come on or sometimes give some of the players a rest. I think it's needed. So I wouldn't go out of way to put Alfred Gilchrist out on loan so far. But I mean, next we'll have to wait and see what offers come through. Next up, Zach Sturge. Peterborough confirmed earlier that they put out a statement saying Peterborough United has confirmed that defender Zach Sturge has been recalled by his parent club Chelsea with immediate effect. Chelsea didn't put out a statement confirming this. So Zach Sturge, he had a good start to life at Peterborough, but since then it's gone a bit downhill. He's been struggling to get into the squad for League One games, and now that's came to an end. He's come back to us. I expect he'll go straight back on. And he's 19. He might go into one of the youth teams. If a team comes in for him for a loan signing, I expect they'll accept it. But I guess we don't know. The player who is going out on loan is Alex Matos. Matt Law has Matt Law has been leading the story that Alex Matos will be joining Huddersfield on loan. It's been confirmed by Fabrizio has backed it. Nizaar Kinsella has also backed it. So I believe this one is happening. No official announcement at the time of recording. I don't know when we could see one. Fabrizio said that the medical has happened. But yeah, Matt Law said Alex Matos will be joining Huddersfield on loan. Obviously, Huddersfield, they've done a decent job we've sent a few players on loan there over the years. To name a few, Levy Colwell, Tino Angerin. Was it Casey Palmer, I believe, went out on loan there as well. So we do have a relationship with Huddersfield. Continuing with Matt Law's story, we've got potential news about a left-back signing. So Matt Law put out that Chelsea may look at a left-back that can give competition to Ben Chilwell. He then later added to this, saying, a move to Germany for Maatsen may convince Chelsea to sign a left-back this month, even though Ben Chilwell's on his way back from injury. So we do know Ben Chilwell's back in training now. That's when this could be his competition to Ben Chilwell. Right now, competition Ben Chilwell's got is Mark Cucurella. I guess I wouldn't really say Levy Colwell's competition for the left-back spot, because when Chilwell's fully fit, you'd expect Colwell will just go back to centre-back. So very interested in this, that we could look to sign left-back. Who? Maybe that's a different video, obviously. When you say left-back, some of the names out there are Thierry Hernandez, Fonzo Davies, they're probably the most talked about names who come to sign left-backs. But yeah, interesting. Obviously, full-back does seem to be a bit of a priority along with strikers. And then we'll move on to an attacking signing. David Ornstein put this out about signing a potential forward. He said, it's not inconceivable that Chelsea agree a deal in January for an attacker to join in the summer. It could be a number 9 or a versatile attacker. So we did have a talk about this, about obviously this happening with Nkunku. We put in a pre-agreement to sign Nkunku and he came in the summer. And there has been talk about this happening with Victor Osman as well. I believe it was Ben Jacobs, I think, said about signing Victor, getting a pre-agreement with Napoli to sign Victor Osman in the summer. And this is what David Ornstein is suggesting here. Could happen with a striker, could happen with a versatile attacker. With right now, we having to sell to buy. It's hard to sign someone on the spot, but comes with pre-agreement. Of course, gets a reduced price, as well as obviously giving us time to sell whatever. Last but not least, we end on David Odogu again. Fabrizio Romano put out a short story. Fabrizio Romano was asked about the David Odogu situation, and he said, "I'm not aware of any talks or contacts." So as of right now, Fabrizio Romano basically backs up stories we had the other day. There's been no official contact between David Odogu and Chelsea so far. So yeah, that is it for today then. Who knows where this window's going to go at this point? It looks like it could be a relatively quiet window, focus more on the outs than ins. But you never know with this club. You never know with these owners. I wouldn't hold your breath on it. So yeah, that's it for today then. Bunch of stories again. We're getting to the end of the week now, so naturally focus will start looking at Preston at home in the FA Cup, but we may get another transfer roundup or two before that. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.